a Literature of the Americas course with Dr. Abarca, and there was a really heavy technology component with the course. And we made a virtual museum as a class and presented our individual projects together. And that was a completely new experience for me.
We explored specifically narratives that involved food and how food was connected to memory and history. With the technology, we tried to tell that story and incorporate the food also. So one of the questions that came up was how would we engage the senses as far as the food came?
Digital aspects, digital projects have been involved in the humanities for a long time. It's just recognition is starting to emerge. And so it was really refreshing when I could audit Dr. Barca's class because she's coming to literature in a whole new way, not only in how she studies food and how she approaches narratives and groups of people, but now by incorporating the digital aspect, she is encouraging a whole new way of looking at these kinds of ways of living, ways of communicating, ways in which people interact, all of these forms of literary communication, personal communication.
Before taking Dr. Abarca's course, I had no prior exposure to anything like the Second Life program. It's very frustrating at times, but in the end, it's worth it. You feel like you've really invested time and effort and part of yourself in the project that you've created.
Working with Second Life was my first experience with emerging technologies, and it was a trial and error learning experience.
Being able to incorporate a sort of digital rhetoric with this, where we're actually building a museum and transferring the story of a lesser known individual in history and making their narrative a physical space. Instead of just reading the text and analyzing it, we're able to relive part of it as we map it out.
I thought that was a really neat aspect of Second Life, that it doesn't have to be a building where you walk in and there's artifacts, but recreate an actual marketplace and recreate a house.
Being producers of technology, we engage with it in a different way in which we somehow become a part of that dynamic interchange that's going on. And I think that's very valuable because it provides a new active role of engaging the material.
I became fascinated with the marketplace, and so I would have to fill the market with people. And when I finally got the hang of it, I heard my fellow classmates, I want to create this person, or I want to create a person for this booth or for this house. Could you help me? So in this case, I felt like my learning was taking me somewhere and I could share this knowledge with my peers.
One particular individual and I were able to talk about ideas a lot. I could visualize things in a 3D manner. She could put words to it, and we could sort of collaborate to make an exhibit of some kind together, which was refreshing. That's a totally different kind of collaboration.
It was really great at the final presentation being able to present for people like the Dean of Liberal Arts and Assistant Provost, people beyond just the class.
And you want to perform to the best of your ability. And I think the fact that this was on a more global scale, you're going to release something to a lot more people than just your peers or your professors or people on campus.
The virtual museum aspect is something that I think is very valuable when teaching a graduate course, and I think the way that Dr. Abarca has utilized it is very ingenious, and I was very happy to be part of this project, and I hope that it goes well in the future.